Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Reincarnation of an Otsutsuki God? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Desitais for suggesting this idea. Now make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins long before the age of shinobi or even humans, as we go towards the different corner of galaxy where we see a planet on which Otsutsuki clan existed. Amongst them was a being who was able to achieve godhood. His name was Shibai, a normal Otsutsuki who with rigorous training and a lot of meditation was step into the power of a god. With a single raise of his fingers he could raise storms and could control them. And even with a gaze, he could control lightning like it was nothing. His power was invaded by many, and many wanted to achieve what he was able to as well. But to test out the strength of his extent, he ventured out on a journey, and along that journey, he lost his way, as he became a power-hungry being who only craved more power. And for that to achieve, he expanded his domain, his godhood, by conquering different galaxies and realities. It became so bad that the gods of different universes alongside Kamiyami and Shinigami joined forces to stop him and put an end to him. They destroyed his physical being and sealed away his soul forever. And Kamiyami and Shinigami were placed with the task to keep an eye on him since he existed from their dimension, because he was a threat to all dimensions. And that is when Shibai realized the extent of his mistakes. In order to achieve what he wanted, he had destroyed so many, killed so many. His heart was filled with guilt, something that he hoped that the other Otsutsukis could learn from. But all his hopes were crushed when he saw that he was the one who ignited the flame of selfishness amongst them, as they now craved power, and power is what all of them wanted. And they ventured out to the different parts of galaxies with their now slaves, which were the lower Otsutsukis, in order to conquer them and gain power by extracting chakra fruit from the very core of that planet. He saw many of the civilizations fall like this. With each fall of the civilization, his heart would be crushed because he was the one who felt guilty of making his people like this. But amidst this all chaos, he was able to find one Otsutsuki being that was different, Kaguya Otsutsuki, as she landed on planet Earth, in which beings such lower than any other existed, humans. They were fragile, as he watched her mingle with them and have kids and settle down. But all hell broke loose when these humans turned out to be quite treacherous, as they overstepped their boundaries, and Kaguya, who was the kindest of them all to his eyes, turned the most fearsome. As for the upcoming next years, he watched the other half Otsutsukis grow up and then challenge on to the tyrant now known as Kaguya, who was going to destroy the whole planet if she didn't stop. Even though he was sad, he was still happy that Hagoromo and Homura, the children of Kaguya, were able to stop her and without killing. And that was not the extent of it. He was happy that Hagoromo extended his powers, the power of his clan, to these people, so maybe they could come together in order to form peace. And for a time being that they did. That is until the children of Hagoromo, Indra and Astra, went on their own different paths. Turned out Kaguya's will, the corrupted form of her will, named Zetsu, existed. And he was going along with the plan of now a corrupt and hate-filled Kaguya, of destroying what her children wanted to protect. And that is why Indra joined forces with Zetsu, because he too was corrupted by her and her will. As now we see a battle between brothers carried out, and it did not end it well. It sparked a never-ending war between two clans that were formed that day, the Senju clan and the Uchihas. And time went on, and for more than thousands of years, this clan battle continued on and ended up with the end of the clan warring era and the beginning of the shinobi nations, with Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha. As Shibai was happy to watch all of this, the end of an era, he hoped that With this, the battle between two clans will finally end, and the two brothers can finally rest, because their conflict is solved. But that is when he noticed something that was amiss, and that was Zetsu. He emerged once more, and this time more than ever ready to destroy the peace that has been achieved. Shibai wanted to do something, because he could not watch again and again the deed of his clan's hardships fall again and again. So in the end, he tried and failed because he did not have any physical body, and Kamiyami and Shinigami still didn't believe him after many centuries. He still was trapped inside, just a soul that could do nothing but except watching was unfolding in front of him. As now we see that thanks to Zetsu's interference, all hell broke loose when Madara and Hashirama, the ones who stopped a never-ending cycle of battles between the two clans, sparked another outrageous war. Madara betrayed Konoha, and with that, a rift between Konoha and the Uchihas were formed, a never-ending one as well. And many other villages also formed alliances to destroy Konoha now, seeing that the two formidable forces which were together were now separated, and one was dead. And he watched 3 great shinobi wars like this, one after the other. Many deaths occurred, and in the end, it seemed like Indra had won, and so have Zetsu and Kaguya. And Shibai was fearful that Kaguya, now realizing that she still was sealed like him, still existed. He got worried because Zetsu was still roaming free. So he used a technique that he developed while sealed there to see the future, and what he saw, he was terrified. Kaguya was able to achieve godhood, and not only that, she was able to destroy and achieve what he, in his corruptness, wanted to achieve: the world domination. After showing the proof to Kamiyami and Shinigami and begging them to consider, they finally did. As now we see the 3 gods were having a meeting. What should we do, Kami-sama? This is not looking good. Not one bit. Shibai was able to show us a future, and I myself, says Shinigami, have seen it. The fate of the future, it is not good. This Kaguya, it might be worse than Shibai. What should we do? I might have a proposition here. I know you 3 won't trust me, but please, I promise you that I will stop her if the need arises, and only I can. I beg of you to please consider my proposition. What is it that you wish, Shibai? Please let me reincarnate into the form of child of prophecy that is about to be born, named Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Are you sure about this? Can you be trusted? I promise to you that I will not cross that line. I have learned my lesson over the course of centuries. I have watched what I have sparked and ignited, and I am still feeling the guilt. I blame myself for all of the madness that has occurred, so allow me to correct this one, please. Alright then, said the 3 of them looking at each other. But do not break our trust. We have stopped you once. Do not think for a moment that we won't be able to stop you ever again. Because we will. I know. Good, now go. As Shibai's soul was then transformed in the form of a light, and as Naruto was born, his soul was replaced by Shibai's, and Shibai thought at the moment that it was not good, so he did something. He absorbed Naruto's soul into him, combining the two in the form of one, and made his consciousness dormant. As he watched the Kyuubi no Yoko being sealed inside of Naruto from the sidelines, and once the Kyuubi was sealed, he used his powers to heal Minato and Kushina, who were dying that time, and repaid Shinigami-sama, who arrived to claim their souls with another price. The deal being made between Shibai and Shinigami, they left. As now we see, both Minato and Kushina, their wounds now healed from the stab from the Kyuubi, as well as them feeling perfectly healthy and fine, just stood there, shocked as Naruto cried. As both of them were now exchanging looks of shock and quiet amusement, as all the others have watched this as well, especially Hiruzen. Minato, Kushina, you're okay. That we are. We don't know what happened. Hiruzen-sama, said Kushina. something is not right. The seal that I used, it should have taken my soul as payment, but it didn't. That's a good thing. Maybe Shinigami reconsidered or something, said Hiruzen. No, the Shinigami won't reconsider. It never has, it never will, said Kushina. I have seen my ancestors use this seal to seal away traitors of our clan, and let me tell you this much, Hiruzen-sama, it has never failed to take their souls as their payment. As for why it did not take our souls, I do not know, but I hope that it is not temporary, it is permanent, that our souls exist here, to be a family once more. As Minato even nodded at Kushina's words. Well, everything is settled then. You guys go home and retire for the day. Leave the council meeting to me, Minato. You'll be able to manage that, Hiruzen-sama? After all that battle as well, yourself. Of course. I might have been old, but I still have a lot of fire left in me. You guys go. You need to recover from the shock. Leave this to me and the shinobis. As after that we see, the Namikaze Uzumaki family were back at home, where they were talking amongst themselves. As Minato began, I don't still understand, Kushina. How did this even happen? Minato, let it be. It happened. We just should be grateful that maybe Shinigami-sama really did give us a chance, or something. That is normally not possible, as you said, Kushina. I want to know, how did this happen? Leave it, Minato. We should have a good time with our family, and be thankful for what we have now. As this was going on, we go towards the council chamber, where we see Hiruzen was taking the seat of Minato. As everyone was quite confused as they seated there. Hiruzen-sama, where is Minato? Said Shikaku. Oh, he's at home, resting with his wife and child. Everything did not go smoothly, as you guys can see, but in the end, he was able to prevent a lot of greater damage. So, how did this even happen? Well, the thing is that, from what I can tell, someone intervened. Someone with the name of Madara Uchiha. As Shikaku's eyes widened as he stood up, Hokage-sama, with all due respect, have we not suffered enough? Because of that man, our whole village has been having an issue trusting us, and now you're saying the same thing again. That man is dead. We can never be too sure, Shikaku and Fugaku. But what I can tell you is that I can vouch for the Uchihas. They have been fighting amongst us, amongst the clan heads, and amongst the front lines. As Fugaku settled down, then who is this person who is impersonating him? Someone who is skilled enough and has the Sharingan. I don't know how, but he does. Many of the Uchihas have fallen in the war. Some of their eyes were never recovered. Maybe that could be it. Isn't that right, Fugaku? We don't know for sure. We have records of those whose eyes were not found, but we were able to salvage what we could. The attacks that they had gone through were brutal. It's enough. You don't have to say anything else. We trust the Uchiha clan completely and their loyalty. There is no doubt in that. But the question still arises. Was that an Uchiha or a person with the Sharingan? Either way, it is not good for us and the Uchiha clan. So we should investigate this closely. Are you trying to blame my clan for this as well, Danzo? So what if I am? You guys need to have some sort of a seal like the Hyugas. That way, this won't happen. So this is on us, huh? Well, technically speaking, yes it is, said Danzo. Enough, Danzo. It is not on anyone. If it is, then it is on that man alone. We need to track him down fast. How are we gonna do that? And when is going to be Minato joining us back again? For that, I can never be so sure how we're gonna track him down. But Jiraiya, I will inform him shortly. And as for Minato, he needs time. So that is what we're gonna give him. He used the Hakai Fuyin seal, but something interesting happened. Shinigami didn't claim his soul and even heal the wounds of, well, both Minato and Kushina. Something that has never been heard of ever before. Because I saw, and many of the others saw at the front lines, that both of them were stabbed straight throughout the stomach and guts by the Kyuubi. As everyone was shocked. And they're still alive? Yes. I don't know how, but they are. They themselves are confused, but they are happy that and grateful that they are, and would be a happy family with their kid. And honestly, I don't give a damn how they are alive. I'm just glad they are. And so should you all be. Alright then. But Hiruzen, I would enough done, so drop it. The Jinchuriki. It's their kid. They had no other choice but to seal the Biju inside their infant newborn child. As everyone gasped when they heard this. Hokage-sama did this for us? Yes. He couldn't ask for any other's child. Would you have given your child for such a big burden? As everyone instantly muted. None of them ever even squeaked. There was a huge silence there, which is broken by Hiruzen once more. Good to know, because they were willing to even sacrifice their life for your all's sake. So if anything, that child is a hero, and that child is going to be the head of the Uzumaki Namikaze clan, alongside being our Jinchuriki, so we have no claim over him. Is that right, elders? As the three of them flinched, knowing what the undertone of Hiruzen's threat was. We got what you're saying, Hiruzen. We won't try anything funny. Good. This meeting is adjourned. As now we see, Hiruzen, alongside with Kakashi, arrived at the Namikaze Uzumaki estate, where we see Jiraiya was already present. Ah, Jiraiya, good to see that you're already here. I got the word, Sensei, and came as fast as I could. Still can't believe that mess happened. How did it happen, Minato? Well, it began when Kushina gave birth to Naruto. Everything was going smoothly until I heard everyone fall down. I'm sorry, Hiruzen-sama. But Biwako-sama, again, Minato. It's alright. We'll track that man down and he will be brought to justice. I'm sorry still. It was my responsibility to make sure that she was safe and secure. It's okay, Minato, said Hiruzen with sadness. As after that we see, Jiraiya then said, continue, Minato. Well, after that happened, he kidnapped Kushina. And you know the rest. And what confrontation did you have with him? I only battled him for a while until I saw the visage of the Kyuubi looming over our village. And at that moment I had to decide whether I go after him or save the village. So I chose the village over that man. You did good, kid. Give me the description of the man, and I'll be on my way to track that bastard down. You don't worry, Sensei. We will bring him back to justice. I trust in your words, Jiraiya, and your spy networking skills. I trust on you. I won't let you down, Sensei, said Jiraiya with seriousness. As Kakashi then said, well, moving onwards on a lighter note, congratulations, Sensei. You as well, Kushina-sama, for making it out alive and for having Naruto, right? Yes, we decided on the name. Naruto is a good name. As the family was having finally a good time after the long night, we go towards the seal, where we see Kyuubi no Yoko roaming left and right within, gritting its teeth as it tried to slam the huge bars of the seal, which was holding it back. And that is when a light glowed from behind him. You know you shouldn't do that. Who are you? Why are you even here? And that is when a huge amount of pressure was released upon the Kyuubi, so much that the Kyuubi literally froze, and all of the goosebumps, even behind its neck, rose, as Kyuubi for the first time felt fear, immense, extraordinarily fear that it has never felt before. Who are you? What are you? My name is Shibai, and I was an Otsutsuki god. As knowing who he was, Kyuubi froze. How is this possible? You were destroyed by the gods and their combined effort. That it is true, but that was my physical form that was destroyed, not my spiritual one. I have been reincarnated into this child, Kurama. You know about me. I know about many things. You are created from Shinju, who was created by Kaguya and separated later on by Hagoromo, her son. So you know about them? Yes. And you wanna know one thing? Why am I here? Why? because she is going to be the next Otsutsuki goddess and she will achieve what I couldn't. And that is why I'm here to stop her. Wait, what? Stop her? What does this mean? This means what it means. I was trapped there, but I could see, feel what was going on. I saw my clan descend into madness, the same madness that I felt in. And I felt guilty. With each civilization, each reality being destroyed by them, I feel even more guilty and sadness. And that is until I found Kaguya, who was epitome of nice and breath of fresh air from my clan and people. But her trust was broken by these humans. And she later on became the very own tyrant that I had become as I lost my way along the way of my journey to become fully powerful. And her will, Zetsu, is still out there. He was today involved as well in today's attack. I had to act fast, and that is why I was reborn and reincarnated into this child. Wait, so you mean to say that Naruto's consciousness and your consciousness is... Yes, in due time it will merge together as one. But my consciousness is in the back of its head like you, Kurama, so I can guide him. I don't wish for him to make the same mistakes as I did. I see. I don't know what to say. All I need is your cooperation, Kurama, and your help. Naruto is the child of prophecy that your father mentioned. But he is weak, because he is not alone child of prophecy. The other half, Indra's reincarnation, is Sasuke Uchiha, and the fates of the Uchiha clan is written, unfortunately, and I can't do anything about it. They are bound to die at the hands of this village, and once they do, Sasuke, or Indra's reincarnation, it will walk the path of darkness, and I want to make sure that Naruto doesn't follow him along like a tail of a dog, and makes and craves his own path into this shinobi world, and be what he has to be, a strong reincarnate of Asura to defeat Kaguya once she emerges. Before she can take the chakra of this world, she needs to be sealed again, and I alone will be enough to do that with the help of you and Naruto alone. All I need is you two to cooperate. For the time being, first my task is to make sure you do, and then later on, tell everything to Naruto and make sure he does as well. As that is when Hagoromo appeared there. Shibai-sama, is this true? I heard from Kami-sama a prophecy that you are here to save us all. But I thought that you were lost in darkness, as Mother claimed in her stories. I was. And I was destroyed by the gods as well. But my, physical form was destroyed, not spiritual. And that is why I'm here. And I want to help you out and help Naruto out to defeat Kaguya, to strip her away from her darkness that has been consuming her again and again. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please do. Good. Kurama, what is your answer then? I will follow your words, Shibai-sama, said Kyubi, bowing down to the spiritual energy that was floating. Good. You can leave, Hagoromo. Leave everything to me, and I promise you, everything will be alright. I trust your words, Shibai-sama, and I know that everything will indeed be alright. As now we see, time began to pass by as Naruto reached at the age of 5, and he was a sort of prodigy and genius, because even though he was a genius and a prodigy who could learn anything in first glance, he was lazy, and in not sense of a Nara lazy, but in a sense that he, put it his more than 90% of mind into pranks, and avoided getting, taught by his parents. He followed the roots of an Uzumaki, who were quite cunning, always the mischievous bunch, and just fun-loving, but loyal to our core. As Kushina most of the time was in on Naruto's pranks, but most of the time in front of Minato, she also threw him under the bus to make sure that she was acting as a good parent. Although Naruto pouted at this, but he knew what his parents were doing was for the best. And his pranks were, Harmless, but not that much harmless, because one time he painted the whole Anbu squad uniform pink with glitters on them, making them quite vulnerable to their enemies. So yeah, it was quite a big chunk of change that they had to find both the Hokage and his family to, well, change the whole squadron's uniform. And Minato was not happy one bit about that. But Kushina, although she was proud of her son for carrying out the Uzumaki's tradition, but yeah, she too was quite mad because that really was a huge chunk of change that they had to give out. As now we see, a 5-year-old Naruto was again resting in the playground after playing tag with Kiba and Akamaru, his Ninken pup, as both of them were tired as well. Well, Naruto, you're the first one out of all of us who is, quite strong and able to keep up with us. You got good stamina. Really? You think so? Yeah. Hey, I wonder, how about we, play at my clan compound later on, Naruto? How so? How much later on? I mean, a few hours later? Nah, I gotta go home, or otherwise Kachan will, literally kill me. Ahem. What does that mean, Naruto? Said Kushina with an extra sweet smile, as Naruto had a sweat drop, as every fiber in his body told him to run the other way, but he couldn't move his feet because they were just frozen in fear. You know what, Kachan? Maybe I heard Ino calling me. No, I didn't call you, Naruto Baka, said Ino with a smirk on her face as she still was there. Oh, god damn it. I forgot that the yellow banshee was still here. What did you call me? Huh? Said Ino as she too was walking towards Naruto. I mean, Sakura was a banshee. As Sakura turns out to be there as well. What did you say? As seeing that 3 women, one including his mother, was now enraged at him, he had no other choice but to run. So he did. That is until he bumped into his father. Huh, Naruto, what are you doing here? It is time for our training. I have been waiting for more than half an hour for you. As Minato grabbed him by the arm, only to see the 3 women coming after him, and in enraged Kushina was included in them. So, he grabbed Naruto and Harishin out of there. As now we see both Minato and Naruto, scared shitless, sitting on top of his Hokage monument head, literally hiding behind one of the spikes. What the hell did you do, Naruto? Why is your mother so pissed? She looked like she was gonna kill me. She was not gonna kill you, Dochan. She was actually gonna kill me. But hey, thanks for the save, okay? Jeez, Naruto, what did you do this time? As Naruto told everything to, well, Minato. You're never gonna learn, do you? But you know what? I get it. Your mother can be scary. Dochan. I know. Sometimes I wonder, what did I see even in that woman? But hey, I guess love really is blind. She really is kind of, a spicy, red hot-blooded habanero, I guess. But hey, she's my habanero. But before Minato could continue, Naruto said, Dochan, behind you! As there stood Kushina, who looked like she was ready to kill. Her hair with anger was rising. Her face was covered with darkness as her eyes was replaced by white circles. You think that I am a habanero, huh? You think I'm some sort of a chili, huh? But I called you my chili. As literally a fry pan appeared, locked and loaded, Kushina smacked Minato on the face so hard that literally Minato was thrown on the other side of the village. The Anbus at most time would have protected Akage, but knowing that it was Kushina-sama, yeah, they stayed out of the way. Because, well, even though he was the Kage, he was a husband to this woman. And they don't want to involve themselves in between an angry wife and her husband. Not a good idea. So the Anbu stayed where they are and prayed for their Kage to survive. And for the young soul that was about to receive an ass whooping of a timeline. And now we see Naruto, after a time skip, laying face first on his bed, as he was in deep pain. I still can't believe I'm 5, literally, damn it, and I still get spanked? God damn it. As Kushina was not pleased with both of them. As now we see, Naruto then suddenly drifted to sleep, only to find himself in a sewer. Really? Is this how the Anbus get me back? Throwing me into a sewer? Jeez, I need to find a way out of here. As Naruto, finding a way following the pipes, reached into center hall where he saw the huge gate, or something akin to that, made out of metal bars. Hello? His voice echoed through in there. As then he saw a paper in the center of the huge bar gate. Huh? What is that? Seal. What is seal behind here? As two red eyes shot open with slits as Naruto's eyes opened wide as he froze there. Well, well, well. Looks like my Jinchuriki has come to meet me, said a deep grumbling voice in a lower tone. The voice enough was able to cause an earthquake there, because Naruto was shaken. He could feel the vibrations going throughout his body with the voice alone. What? I was not brought here. I don't even see this. Yeah, this has gotta be a dream. This is not a dream, kid. I am who I am, and I think you know who I am. Kyubi no Yoko. But I thought you were sealed away. Sealed away I am. In this seal. Within you, my Jinchuriki. Naruto. As Naruto was now frozen. Wait, this can't be it. You mean to say my Tochan and Kachan? Yes. You were made the seal, Naruto. You are the one who holds me back. As Naruto's mind couldn't process, and that is until a third voice came. Enough, Kurama, don't tease the boy. As Shibai in the form of a Naruto, who looked like an Otsutsuki, appeared in front of Naruto himself. You look like me. This is a form that it took since I have no physical structure to talk to you, Naruto. My name is Shibai Otsutsuki, and you are my reincarnation. As Naruto's jaw dropped. Wait, what? Wait, you mean to say I'm you? If I'm you, then who am I? Who am I, then who are you? Don't make this confusing, kid. Even now I'm starting to get a headache, said Kyubi. My head is hurting. What is going on here? To make it simple, you yourself are you. Because I allowed your soul and my soul to coexist within your body, Naruto. I did not wish for my soul to take over yours. But in due time, our souls will combine and form a new soul in general and become one. As Naruto's eyes widened. So you mean to say that I'm still me and you're yourself and we live in my body alongside with the Biju? Yes, that's pretty much how it sums up. Oh my god. So, who are you, Shibai Otsutsuki? You better sit down, Naruto, because what I'm about to reveal will leave you quite devastated. As Shibai began from the start and even revealed the future to him. As Naruto was left shocked. If this really is true, then we gotta stop her. How are we gonna stop her alone? You don't have to worry about it, but you have to train with me, Naruto, because you have something that she doesn't, and heck, anyone in the elemental nation doesn't. My powers. As Naruto, from then on, saying yes, trained rigorously and hardly every day, and even with his parents as well, gaining as much as he could because he knew he had to protect what he didn't have in that future. His family, and he was forever grateful for Shibai-sama for saving them. As this was going on, Kaguya got a wind of a person who had power similar to Shibai, and she was scared, so she called out to Zetsu to keep an eye on him, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and let's just say Zetsu was quite impressed, at the same time scared as well. If this person really had the powers of a man named Shibai Otsutsuki, who even scared his mother, then how strong is he? He was terrified, so he alerted the Otsutsuki and told them about this Otsutsuki clan and who he might be. And their reaction? We are gods in the human world. We'll take care of them. The power of the Rinnegan is not to be trifled with. Anyone and anything standing in its way could be trampled easily, Zetsu. You don't need to worry. But Kaguya, knowing that her son will fail, had a plan B. So she summoned the remaining clans member, which were Momoshiki, Ishiki and Kishiki, who have consumed and eaten even the other clans member when no other civilization was in their reach to destroy, because they too didn't want it to be destroyed by the alliance of gods. Not until they became one. Kaguya called them one by one, tricking them and consuming them as a chakra fruit. And once she consumed them all, she became closer to becoming a goddess. All she had to do was master her new powers and reality, and then consume Shinju as well. She will be eternal goddess, the first Otsutsuki goddess to ever exist, much stronger than Shibai. Shibai also sensed this and alerted Naruto, and he increased his training tenfold. But that is not only what he did. He wanted his father to let the Otsutsukis survive. Being Minato there changed that as well, the Otsutsuki survival, and Sasuke, even though he was still a corrupt with darkness, was separated from Naruto. Naruto changed a lot. He only had a lot of allies that could be counted on fingers. And they included Kiba and his clan, Hyuga clan, as well as some of the others like Nara, Yamanakas, and so on. And he never included himself with the Uchihas, knowing that Sasuke was going to be the one who will be walking and dancing at the edge of an insanity. He didn't want anything to do with that because he did not have enough time. He had other matters to attend to, other grave matters, such as dealing with Kaguya. As finally, his shinobi career began when he became a genin, but he asked his parents and requested them that he should be made a one-man genin team cell, as the council was quite conflicted about it, but later on agreed since Kushina decided to become an active kunoichi and take Naruto as her apprentice, and since Minato had no objection, it was allowed. Naruto ventured on to help out the Team 7 alongside many other journeys, and during this, the same allies was made, and Naruto helped out as many souls this time around as he could as he watched in the visions die, even rescued and saved those. And in the end, as now we see, once Naruto reached at the age of 15 and the Akatsuki's attack began, Naruto was there with the help of Hiroshige, able to protect them whenever he could and make even more allies than enemies, and even turning enemies into allies as well. As finally, now we see Naruto was ready. He was ready to face Akatsuki head first and Zetsu, and if push comes to shove, Kaguya. But before any of this could begin, Kaguya Otsutsuki arrived in all her glory in front of Naruto, teleporting and literally grabbing him by the neck and throwing him into the other space on the moon. As Naruto, getting up, was in a defensive position as Kaguya appeared. "You think I don't know you exist within him, Shibai?" As Naruto then said, "What do you want with him?" "So you do know that he exists within you. You are a thorn in my way, Naruto Uzumaki and Shibai. Both of you will be sealed here. Chibaku Tensei." She said with a single hand she was able to seal away Shibai and Naruto there, as Naruto and Shibai's eyes widened. As she then said, "Now remain here forever and for eternity, as I will be the first and only Otsutsuki goddess now. I will challenge those who will oppose me, even those of gods who you have fallen to. No, we have to do something, Naruto. We have to combine our souls. It's now or never, kid. But Shibai-sama, you will be. I know I will cease to exist, and so will you. But we as one will be together, Naruto, and be a new soul." As Naruto and Shibai then combined their souls, as their memories remained there, thanks to the help of Kurama. And once Naruto settled down, Naruto's eyes widened. "Wait, I exist." "Of course you do, kid. Shibai-sama didn't want to tell you this, but he will only sacrifice himself, combining in with you, giving you all his wisdom and knowledge, and his powers." As Naruto saw huge amount of green linings going throughout his body and face, his eyes were glowing golden with green hue, and even his hair. He was wearing a different attire made out of complete gold and green. It was as if Naruto has entered the KCM2 state, but a permanent one. As Naruto then said, as a staff appeared in his hand, "We are gonna take care of her. Let us, Kurama." As now we see Naruto teleported and arrived back at home to see that Kaguya was still causing havoc everywhere. Naruto, taking the charge, went headfirst into the battle. Using his staff, he watched as the staff detached itself in the form of a nunchuck three-way, as with one swing, huge amount of wind slashes were caused on her body, and with another, huge amount of flame slashes was caused. Naruto was going all out against an Otsutsuki goddess. You were able to combine and become Otsutsuki god, Naruto, but your power is not as strong as mine. As Naruto, with brute force and strategy alone, and the experience of Shibai of fighting against the gods, and even defeating some of them, was able to take down Kaguya, an immature goddess, easily. You have to consume her, Naruto. There is no other way. Really? As an eye appeared in Naruto's palm, a golden with Rinnegan-like eye, as Kaguya's eyes widened as she was consumed, this time around by Naruto. As he already was a full Otsutsuki blown god, but now he was an omnipotent being. As Naruto saw the destruction everywhere, he made a hand seal, reversal no jutsu, as time began to reverse in front of him and his eyes, as he watched all the destruction, all those who died, all those perished, return back to as they were. Naruto found out that already years have passed as he was sealed within. So he reversed years upon years upon years until he saw everyone back to its usual self the day he was taken, and the day he was supposed to face the Akatsuki. As Naruto arrived floating and hovering above Konoha, as he landed there, he witnessed his Kachan and Tochan looking for him impatiently. As Naruto tried to go and meet them, he witnessed that he faced through them. What is this? I'm sorry, Naruto, but the gods cannot intervene in mortal realm. You have become one. For you to be going back with them, you have to give up on godhood. You can do a lot of good like this, Naruto. I don't wish upon being a god. I want my family. I saw the different timelines as well, Kurama. I saw how myself suffered. I don't wish to suffer the same with power. The power won't change anything. I want my family and them alone. So you're ready to give up your godhood? Yes. As a seal made, Kamiyami and Shinigami appeared. So you wish to give up godhood to be with your parents, said Shinigami. You can be a god. Have a seat amongst us. Rule over galaxies. I don't wish any of that. I don't wish to rule over anyone. I will happily give up my power just to be with my family and loved ones. As seeing his sincerity, they were happy. As Naruto then witnessed that his powers remained there, but in the form of a pendant. Break this pendant, Naruto, whenever you need to use the powers of Shibai that exist within you now. But remember, use it wisely, and only use it when it is no other way except it. I know. Thank you for giving me this choice. No, Naruto, thank you for choosing wisely and making us proud, knowing that we made the right choice in making you the child of prophecy. As now Naruto once more was with his parents, who were searching high and low for him, and even were close to crying because they haven't seen their son. Up here in front of them, they hugged their son. Naruto became the silent war hero, and he never wanted the praise. All he wanted was his loved ones, and he was happy and content with having them. As years begin to pass by, we see that Naruto became the 6th Hokage right after, Kakashi Hatake, as Kagehood led to another peaceful era in which all the other villages and their enemies of Konoha turned into allies were now allied, and they were having the time of their life by changing and exchanging trade routes as well as goods, and uplifting morale of each and every village and economies as well. Everyone is at peace, and this was something that not everyone was ready to let go yet, and was ready to make sure that existed for a long time. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, it is 3 a.m. when I'm making the story, so yeah, if I sound something out of a bit, so Yeah, don't mind, okay? I'm probably sleepy a lot, but I couldn't sleep. I don't know why. So yeah, this is it. This is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.